I've been wanting to do for a very long time. That, of course, being my first impressions on Eternal Champions. Yes, that's ironic. So at this point, I've actually had the game for quite a while, but I haven't really played it much, partially because I haven't had the time, and otherwise, I really wanted to keep the thoughts that I had the first time I played it intact, because then if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do a first impressions video like I'm doing now. So I came across this game by just hearing of its similarities to Mortal Kombat, and I'm not really big into fighting games, but Mortal Kombat's one that I really love to play. So I did order Eternal Champions. I could have gotten it for like $5 less if I bought the Genesis version, but I figured I was going to start building up a Sega CD library, so I did that. When it came in the mail, it did come in its original case, so that's pretty nice. I put it in the player, and then I just kind of started playing it. One of the things I really like about this game, and it sets it apart from other games, is that, like, all the things, all the stages, all the characters are from different time periods. Like, there's a couple people that are from, like, 1,000 years ago, or maybe a million years ago, and then there's some people that are equally as far into the future, and then people who fight in the present as well, and that's something you've never seen a game do before, and I've never seen any other game do before, and that's one thing that really sets Eternal Champions apart. So that really stood out to me, and that's another one of the things that made me buy the game. And I really feel like it doesn't get as much attention as it needs to now, because even though it's a really good game, it's overshadowed by more successful games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, even though Eternal Champions, at least from what I've played of it, seems just as good. It's really good, and it definitely does deserve a reboot, and I would have put it in my top 5 franchises that need reboots video if I had it at the time, but unfortunately I didn't know about it. The plot of the game goes as follows. So many good people die before they have their chance to make their mark on the world in this game. So there's very popular figures from history, and then there's just like people from the future, like Ramses 2 or 3 from Egypt. He's in this game. That's about it. So that's all I know of, or all I remember right now that isn't a fictional character. But my point being that these people have died either one way or another, or are about to die, and then this thing comes and like kind of freezes time, or like takes them away from the situation that they're about to die in. If you win, presumably you don't die. But if you lose, you die. And I've always lost. I don't know what it looks like to win. Alright, but anyway, my point is, yeah, the story's not that, it's not that deep, but that's not what I'm looking for in a video game. And it's got some pretty, it's pretty good, the game itself. But fighting games can be really hard to catch on to, and I really can't say anything different for this game. And I had a really hard time playing it because it came with no instruction manual, so I probably will end up looking up the moveset or the instruction manual. But when I played it last time, and what you're seeing of footage now is me playing with the character that I finally settled on. At first I tried out like some caveman guy, and then I kind of tried out this guy who looked like the Terminator, and now I settled on this guy who he's a detective or something, I think. I don't know. Anyway, his name is like Larson, I think, or something. I don't know. So yeah, I've been playing as him, and one of the things that really seems neat is, even though this is a fighting game and there is a complicated moveset, it's kind of straightforward, some things, at least, so to say. Like, it's the basic moves, like the punch and the kick and all that, and the jumping. They're similar to Mortal Kombat enough so I can get a grasp and know what I'm doing. I had a chance to win one. I think I won like one fight the entire game. Um, so yeah. The environments are also really, really cool in this game, and they're really, really colorful. And the music is kind of neat too. Like it's kind of like atmospheric, but it's not like an entire like it's not just like atmospheric sounds. It's a soundtrack to it too, so that's really nice. I like the actual soundtrack, and I like the addition that the atmospheric thing kind of did to it. Um, so yeah, the environments are really cool. And then another thing that really, really interested me was the kind of, so to say, fatalities that this game had. And I've only seen one of them, but the one I saw was really, really brutal. It happened in like this stage where you're fighting on like a minecart or something in a cave or something, and like it's like you finish fighting and then it takes a really long time for the fatality to actually happen. So I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then all of a sudden, wham! It comes out of nowhere. And I wasn't, this game wasn't that it wasn't that violent up to that point, so I wasn't expecting anything like this to come from it. But holy shit, it was like, it was so surprising because you weren't expecting it, and it was so brutal. But yeah, that is one of the things, because people say like these fatalities or finishing things are even up against like Mortal Kombat caliber, if not a little bit more bloody. Because you see this guy and he just goes like falls straight into a spike, and like he goes flying everywhere, and then like you can see his guts stuck on the spike. So yeah. Also, I wonder what the thought process of the people who put the spike, if this were to be a real environment, and there were people there who set the spike there in the middle of a minecart track. I wonder what the thought process was. Like, oh yeah, this definitely isn't going to cause any problems. We should probably keep it right here. Like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's a really good game. Another environment that I really liked, and I'm not sure if I captured it on camera or if this was after I was done capturing. I played a little bit more, but there was like this water environment, and then there was like a prehistoric environment, and then there was one that was like an oil refinery, except it was in the future. So yeah, those were really cool. And each environment has a character that originated from it as well. So that's really, really neat. I do like that. What else? I tried playing with this with 2 players, but player 2 like kinda just spammed buttons and it wasn't really fun. So I went back to the single player. I haven't had a chance to try out the campaign, or not campaign, but like story mode. Because I am currently, the Sega CD backup RAM fills up really quickly, so I've got like F1 Challenge on there in a racing game, so I can't really try out the story mode until I finish playing through the F1 game. But I really can't wait to try out the story mode because the fighting mode itself is extremely fun. So yeah. I would highly recommend you go out and pick up this game. I have it on Sega CD. I'm sure the Genesis version can't be that different. You really, I'm not sure if it's on Virtual Console or anything of that nature, or Xbox Live, whatever. So definitely, if you do have a Genesis or Sega CD or something like that, definitely get this game, because I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere else, and it's super cheap right now. It's definitely worth your cash. Alright, so that wraps up this video. Maybe I'll make another video. I might have an idea soon. I hope I'm not that busy. Maybe I'll have a chance. But anyway, please, if you did like this video on me summing up my thoughts, please just drop a like. Yeah, that would really help. If you didn't like it, well, you know what to do. Um, yeah, maybe some constructive criticism or just maybe a compliment in that comment section down below this video that has the type your comment and then click enter to display your comment to the worldwide internet. That might be helpful for me so I could read your criticism and see what I can do to make my channel better. So thank you. Have a nice day. And oh, happy Easter. All right.